Hi guys, welcome back to Ethan's Footy Channel. Today will be my reactions to the fixture for 2024, and let's and make sure you like and subscribe and share, and tap the notification and you'll be notified when I post video. Let's get into the video. First game, Sydney versus Melbourne. I reckon this game, it's opening round. Most people don't agree. I actually kind of like it, so to get to know Sydney Melbourne. This will be an interesting one. I reckon both teams are going to probably fight for the top four. In my opinion, I can't see Melbourne having a good year. What's been having over this off season, Brisbane Carlton. This is probably one of the games of the round. I can actually see a Blues upset to get them back half the Denver Cup, Richmond Gold Coast. This will be a good game. I reckon we can definitely take it to the Suns and yeah, go Tigers. Giants versus Collingwood. I reckon this will be a very good game. I reckon the Pies gonna have a better season than GWS. And round one, here's the action. Carlton versus Richmond, the nutrition one. Collingwood, Sydney. I won't go into much details. I'll just say Collingwood, Sydney. Very big game. Unveiled their flag. Hawthorn, Essendon. This will be an okay game. Giants North, not a good game. Sorry for Connor. If you watch it, I reckon the Giants are just going to have a better season than North. Geelong versus St Kilda, GMHBA, and I reckon the Cats will. I can see a Saints upset this one also. Gold Coast versus Adelaide. Sorry, Ned. I reckon the Suns are going to have a better season, and I reckon the Suns will start well. Melbourne versus Bulldogs. I reckon grand final rematch again. They have it last year, the year before, 2022-23, now 2024. Port West Coast. Bit interesting one for a primetime game. I thought the Bulldogs Melbourne would be the primetime game. Looks like it might be Port West Coast. Fremantle Brisbane. I reckon this will be an okay game. Brisbane match up quite well. Round two. St Kilda versus Collingwood. I reckon the Pies are looking to come out and win this. I just reckon Collingwood are going to have a better season than St Kilda. Crows versus Geelong, a Friday night game. Crows. I've been hearing lots about this in the media about how the Crows are going to have lots of primetime games. Been questioning that. North Fremantle not interesting. Hawthorn Melbourne kind of. Sydney Essendon. This could be a good game. Suns Bulldogs versus Suns at Ballarat. Bit early start at Ballarat, I think. Richmond Port Adelaide. This could be interesting. We do match up quite well against the power. West Coast Gino is not really interesting. Round three, Brisbane versus Collingwood, the grand final rematch. This will be probably one of the games of the round. North Carlton, the Good Friday clash. Fremantle Adelaide. This game has not been played in person since 2018. It's Fremantle Adelaide. And the last time that happened, Fremantle got the win. And Essendon versus St Kilda. This will be a good game. Jay Gresham against his former side. And Port versus Melbourne. I reckon this will be a good game. I reckon Port's going to have a better season in Melbourne. Bulldogs versus West Coast. I can see another West Coast upset again. And this could be a good game. Richmond Sydney, kind of a good game. Sydney probably could definitely beat us. Hawthorn Geelong, I reckon this will be a game. Already close. Last year was smashing because I reckon the Hawks are going to have a better season than the Cats. Round four, get around. Already gone over this. Just go for it. Crows, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney at Norwood, Port versus Essendon at Adelaide Oval, West Coast versus City at Adelaide Hills, Fremantle versus Carlton at Adelaide Oval, Bulldogs versus Geelong at Adelaide Oval, Gold Coast versus Giants at Mount Barker. I actually had played at Mount Barker when I was at Ironbank playing against it. We got smashed 125-0 and a Carlton ball there. And Richmond versus St Hat North, very interesting. I thought this would be at Adelaide Oval. I will probably head to the game. Collingwood versus Hawthorn, probably one of the biggest game. I reckon Collingwood will be after Guinea. Round five, Melbourne versus Brisbane, maybe not the interesting. I reckon Brisbane can win this at MCG. Bulldogs Essendon, maybe not the best Friday they should have done. I reckon the Giants. I reckon Giants St Kilda could be a good game. Carlton Adelaide at Melbourne could be a good game. Gold Coast versus Hawthorn, not the best prime time game. I think they should have swapped it for Gold versus Adelaide, not Gold Coast Hawthorn. Port Fremantle. I reckon the Power. This will be okay game. Port probably just smashing. Geelong versus North. Actually, match not the best game. Sorry, Connor. I reckon you're going to get smashed by the Cats. West Coast versus Richmond. Okay game. I reckon we do get the job, and we also have buys here. Round 2, round 3, and 5 and 6 all have buys for the teams play in the opening round. Second round 6, Saint versus Bulldogs. I reckon this will be one of the games to watch. Crows, Essendon, bit surprised with this game. I do reckon the Crows do get Collingwood versus Port. Last time they played at MCG, we know what all happened. Collingwood belt them. I reckon the Pies. I don't know what's going to happen. I reckon the Pies will. In my big call, I reckon the Pies will get hit by injuries and cause them to drop. Carlton versus GWS. I reckon this could be a very good game. I reckon the boys are going to have best season in GWS. Brisbane Geelong. This will be an okay game. I reckon the Lions just get to West Coast Fremantle. I reckon Freo. I reckon they're going to have better season West Coast. Sydney Gold Coast. This will be probably a good game again. And North Hawthorn, a bit of dead rubber. Sometimes the dead rubber games are actually kind of good games. Round 7. This is the Anzac Day round. Richmond versus Melbourne. I reckon we can see. I reckon I can see Richmond getting the job done. Essendon versus Collingwood. Anzac Day, one of the biggest games of the round, and Richmond versus Melbourne. Giants versus Brisbane. Port versus St Kilda. Very interesting game at Adelaide. North versus Adelaide could turn into a good game. Geelong versus Carlton. I reckon this could be a good game. Fremantle Bulldogs, Roy Lob. Gold Coast versus West Coast. I just reckon Suns. That's a bit of dead rubber game. Hawthorn Sydney. I reckon that's also a dead rubber. Round 8. A primetime showdown. I have heard about this before the fixture got released. I reckon they finally have a standalone showdown, starting to grow a bit, and I reckon this could attract a big crowd. I reckon Carlton versus Collingwood also won the games of the round. City Giants get another game in the round. St Kilda North. Don't see much having that. Melbourne versus Geelong. This could be an all right game. I reckon the Cats going to have a better season. Melbourne West Coast. It's not a good game. Richmond Fremantle. We'll smash Fremantle at the G. Any Fremantle supporters don't get me offended. Dogs versus Hawks. I reckon the Hawks. This will be okay. And 6:40 p.m. Brisbane versus Gold Coast. Andrew has came up with this. I reckon the reason why they're doing it because there could be a public holiday. Yeah. Carlton versus Melbourne. I reckon the Blue. This will be all right game. We know what happened in the final last year when the Blues got overlined by acres. Geelong versus Port. Not the most interesting game. Do reckon the Power will probably get that job done. Fremantle versus Sydney. I reckon this could be actually a good game. And Fremantle support, don't get me defended Sydney. I reckon just Fremantle could have a good year. Or Fremantle can range anywhere. Hawthorn St Kilda at UTAS. This could be a good game. Essendon versus Giants could be a good. Richmond Bulldogs. I just reckon the Bulldogs will get that win. Gold Coast versus North at TIO Stadium. I reckon. Sorry, Colin. I reckon North play well in Darwin. Collingwood versus West Coast. The reason they're probably paying well because West Coast are not that good. Crows versus Brisbane. Only the 2 games because it's the Mother's Day round and a doubleheader. Round 10, Gold Coast versus Geelong, TIO Stadium. A very interesting game on Thursday night. I think they should have put that on a Friday night because people do have school the next day. Sydney versus Gold Coast. No, Sydney, not Sydney versus Gold Coast. Sydney versus Carlton. I reckon this could be an okay game. Collingwood versus Crows. I reckon the Pies will just smash them. Sorry, Ned. Giants versus Bulldogs. This could be probably one of the biggest games this round. the Dirt, big rivalry. St Kilda versus Freo. All right game, bit of a bottom. Brisbane versus Richmond. I'm looking to go to this game in the Gabba. At the Gabba. Brisbane versus the. I reckon this could actually be turned into a good game. Richmond, Brisbane. Essendon versus North. Bit of dead rubber. Port versus North. I could see the Hawks getting up that one. Melbourne versus West could be a dead rubber that one. Round 11. Bulldogs versus Sydney. Okay game. I reckon this could be a good game. Fremantle, Colin, probably a bit of a smashing that one. Don't get it defended by Fremantle fans. I reckon you definitely could win this. North versus Port. I could actually see a North upset in Hobart. This one. Carlton versus Gold Coast at Marble. I reckon the Suns. I can see the Suns win this. Geelong versus Giants. I reckon the Giants. They'll be okay. I reckon the Giants will have a better season than the Cats. Richmond, Essendon. I reckon the Dreamtime at the G. I reckon that will be a big game. Sold 90,000. I reckon we can get that job. Often versus Brisbane, a weird stadium to have at, not the MCG. I reckon the Lions do play better. And Hawks definitely can beat Brisbane if they can turn up. Melbourne versus St Kilda, okay game. Crows versus West Coast, not the best game. Probably do. Round 12, Port versus Carlton, that could be a big game. Collingwood versus Bulldogs, don't know. I can see a Bulldogs upset. Hawthorn Crows. Since 2018, this has been the first time since 2018 they played at the MCG. West Coast St Kilda. Very interesting bit. This was a good game last year. Geelong versus Richmond at GMHBA. Bit weird because now the game from Cassidy now we're starting to be bad. I reckon this could be actually a good game. We can challenge the Cats. Melbourne versus Fremantle at Traeger Park. I could actually see a Fremantle upset. Gold Coast versus Essendon. And this could be a good game. And the buys Fremantle, no, not Fremantle, Brisbane, North, Sydney, GWS. Round 13, Crows versus Richmond. I probably will go to this game in Adelaide. Sorry, Ned, I reckon Richmond will beat you. I can see any Bulldogs versus Brisbane. Dunkley, this could be a good game. Just Hawthorn versus GWS at UTAS. Last time they played there was in 2017 and it was a draw. West Coast versus North. I reckon the Eagles win that one. St Kilda versus Gold Coast. I reckon this could be all right game. Sydney versus Geelong. I reckon this could be a good game. One of the games in the round. Essendon versus Collingwood also won the game, and the King's birthday one. Collingwood versus Melbourne. Big freeze. I could see Melbourne upset with that one. And the buyers Port and Freo. Round 14. Round 14, Brisbane versus Saints. Okay game back to Friday nights. I reckon the Lions play well in that game. That could be a good game. Bulldogs Fremantle, that could be an all right game. We played the Hawks. That's actually quite a good fixture for us. Now we get to play easy teams. Crows versus City, what happened last year. And I reckon could it be anyone's game, this one. North versus I actually don't reckon Sydney will have a good year anymore. North versus Collingwood, bit of a dead rubber. Giants versus Port, okay game. I haven't played this, I think, 2015. Buys Gold Coast, Carlton, Geelong, Essendon, Melbourne, and the Eagles. Round 15, Carlton versus Geelong. This is the big game. Port, Brisbane, remember what happened last year. The Battle of the Bridge again. Giants. I can see Giants winning both of them. Melbourne versus North. Melbourne. I reckon I'll see Melbourne ups. Melbourne probably blow them again. Essendon versus West Coast. This should be a bit of a poor game. Fremantle and Gold Coast. I reckon this will be a good game. And the buys are Crows, Collingwood, Bulldogs, Hawks, Sydney, Tigers. Round 16. Now we don't have the confirmed fixture. I'll just go through them all and maybe guess the Friday night. Brisbane, Melbourne, Geelong, Essendon, Gold Coast, Collingwood, North Elm, Bulldogs, Richmond, Carlton, St Kilda, Port, Sydney, Fremantle, Crows, Giants, West Coast, Hawthorn. And my predicted Friday one, maybe Gold Coast, Collingwood, Brisbane, Melbourne, or maybe St Kilda, Port, not Richmond. And my game round, probably Collingwood, Gold Coast. Round 17, Brisbane, Crows, Collingwood, Essendon. That could be a good game. Geelong versus Hawthorn at GNHB because they have full capacity. built a new grandstand for Cat, GHPA. Giants versus Carlton, Melbourne versus West Coast. That hasn't played at the MCG for a very long time. North versus Gold Coast, St Kilda versus Sydney, Port versus Bulldogs, Fremantle, Richmond looking to go to that game maybe. And I reckon the Friday night game will be maybe Collingwood versus Essendon, or maybe Port Bulldogs or Sydney St Kilda. Round 18, Collingwood, Geelong, Suns, Port, Hawthorn, Fremantle, Melbourne, Essendon, Richmond Giants, Sydney, North, Bulldogs, Blues, and Crows, St Kilda, and West Coast versus Brisbane. That game has not played in Perth since 2017 and 16. And I reckon the Friday night will be Collingwood versus Geelong, and the game of the round. I reckon it could be Richmond GWS. It could be a game of the round, or Blues Carlton. Round 19, Brisbane versus Sydney. Carlton versus North, Essendon versus Adelaide, Geelong versus Bulldogs, Giants versus Gold Coast, Hawthorn versus Collingwood. That could be a good game. St Kilda versus West. Port, Richmond, Fremantle, Melbourne. My Friday night prediction, I reckon maybe Essendon versus Adelaide. Carlton North could be a Friday night. Round 20, Carlton, Port, Collingwood, Richmond. That could be a good game. The Q clash starting to be a good game now. And Melbourne Giants, North, Geelong at Hobart, Blundstone, St Kilda versus Essendon, Sydney Bulldogs, Crows, Auckland, and the Western Derby. My predicted Friday night, maybe Melbourne GWS, Carlton Port could be at one. Round 21, a big game here, Collingwood versus Carlton. I could see that being on Sunday. Essendon, Freeman. I don't remember the last time Freeman playing Essendon at the MCG. Geelong versus Adelaide at GMHBA. Giants versus Hawthorn. North versus Richmond at Marble. Know what? Richmond don't like Marble that much. What happened last time? St Kilda versus Brisbane. Bulldogs, Melbourne, Port, Sydney, West Coast, Gold Coast. My prediction maybe St Kilda, Brisbane, or Bulldogs, Melbourne. Round 22 is Brisbane versus Giants, Carlton versus Hawthorn, Essendon versus Gold Coast, Melbourne versus Port, North versus West Coast at Blundstone, Richmond at Marble again, St Kilda against St Kilda Maddie's match, City Collingwood, Adelaide Bulldogs. That hasn't played since 2018, and the Cats versus Fremantle. And my predicted Friday night is maybe Richmond St Kilda, Sydney Collingwood. Round 23, the grand final rematch, Collingwood versus Brisbane, Essendon versus Sydney, always being played that time round. Gold Coast Melbourne, Giants Fremantle, Hawthorn Richmond. I reckon we can win that game. St Kilda Geelong, Bulldogs North, Port Adelaide, showdown again. West Coast Carlton. My predicted Friday, maybe St Kilda Geelong, maybe even Gold Coast Melbourne, calling the grand final replay again. Last round, Brisbane versus Essendon, Carlton versus St Kilda, Geelong versus West Coast at GMHB, Hawthorn at UTAS against North, Melbourne versus Collingwood, Richmond versus Gold Coast since 2016, Sydney West Coast, Sydney Adelaide, Bulldogs Giants at Ballarat, and Fremantle against Bulldogs. And my predicted Friday night, maybe Melbourne versus Carlton, St Kilda, and Brisbane. And thank you for watching Ethan Footy Channel, and hope you like and subscribe and tap the notification bell, and you'll be notified. Maybe tell me in the comments about do you like your team's fixture and what don't you like about the fixture and your team's fixture, or maybe put in the comments what you like about the fixture and you don't like the fixture. Please like and subscribe. Every action, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with your friends, and every growth that happens help YouTube know I'm popular and I get lots more views. See ya!